Lie on the back, please. Feel the contact with the floor. Roll the head left and right, then roll the legs left and right. Then bend and extend knees. To feel how you are now. We will do the same thing in the end of the lesson to compare. Roll over onto the stomach, please. Stand the left toes on the floor as if to start the 100-meter race. And straighten and bend the left knee a few times. Feel what you are doing in the left toes, the heel, and the hip. The intention is to straighten the knee, but to make it, you need to do something with those places. Rest on the back, please. Roll over onto the stomach again. Stand the left toes again. Slide the toes down away from you. The knee lifts and extends by this movement. Repeat many times. The movement looks not smooth. There is a reason for this. Change the legs and do the same. Stand the right toes and slide it on the floor down. The knee lifts away from the floor and extends. Is it easy or not? Do the same with both legs. Stand the toes of both feet and slide the toes on the floor downward. Knees lifted and extended. Is it hard to do it with both feet? Rest, please. Roll onto the back to rest. Lie on the stomach, please. Stand the left toes. Move the left heel down without sliding the toes on the floor. When you push the heel down, the distance between the heel and the hip becomes longer. The knee automatically gets lifted. Is this easier to do? I presume this is what you do naturally in daily life. Do the same with the other leg. Heel moves easily because it weighs little. It becomes a natural movement because it is light. Of course, it depends on persons. Do it with both legs. Push heels away from the hips. Heels get lifted automatically. Rest on the back. Lie on the stomach again. Stand the toes of the left foot. This time, roll the pelvis to lift and extend the left knee from the floor, without moving heel nor toes. Which way does the pelvis roll? How does the spine move along with the rolling of the pelvis? Change the legs, please. Without moving the position of the toes and the position of the heel of the right foot. Extend and lift the right knee by rolling the pelvis. How does the pelvis roll this time? How about the spine? Enjoy and taste that to your satisfaction. But not powerfully. Do it gently and slowly. Rest, please. Do it with both legs. Lift and extend knees by rolling the pelvis. This constrains the direction of the rolling of the pelvis clearly. Which direction the pelvis roll now? How does the spine move? Do you feel any movement around the neck? How about the scapular? How about the chest area? Rest on the back, please. Roll over onto the stomach, please. Stand the left toes. When you extend the left knee, roll the pelvis and push the heel downward together. This is a combination of the two movements that extends the knee. Is this an easy way to extend the knee? Feel the rolling of the pelvis. Rest, please. Change the legs. Do the same with the right leg. As right heel goes away from the hip end, the pelvis rolls away from the heel. As a result, the right knee is lifted. Feel the rolling of the pelvis. Feel the spine. Feel the movement of the neck. Move it slowly. Rest, please. Do the same with both legs. The direction of the rolling of the pelvis is different now. By the constraint, the movement of neck changes and the movement of the spine changes. Heels go away from the hips. The hips go away from the heels. Both knees are lifted. Enjoy the movement slowly. Rest, please. Roll over onto the stomach. As the lesson ends, do the movement we did in the beginning. Roll the head. Roll the toes of the feet. And bend and extend knees. Feel the difference from the beginning of the lesson. This concludes the lesson on the floor. Stand on the feet with feet comfortably apart, please. Bend and extend the left knee while the heel stays touched with the floor. The pelvis comes down a little bit. Straighten the knee without lifting the pelvis. Can you do it? You find it impossible. Walk around a bit. Go back to the place. Bend the left knee without lowering the hip. By lifting the heel. When you extend the knee, you simply lower the heel without lowering the hip. This should be easy. Do the same with the other leg. Do the same with both legs. Lift both heels from the floor to bend the knees. You may find it difficult to keep the balance. You may lean on the pillar or chair. When you lift or lower the heel, the pelvis does not go up and down. Whether you extend or bend the knees, the height of the pelvis stays the same. Walk around a bit. Come back to the place. Bend the left knee by lowering the pelvis. Then lift pelvis to straighten the knee. Do the same with the right leg. Lowering the right hip bends the right knee. You lift the right hip to extend the knee. Do the same with both legs. Lower the pelvis down to the floor to bend knees. Heels stay on the floor all the time. Walk around. Come back to the place. Let's combine the two movements. Lift the left heel and lower the hip to bend the left knee. The heel comes down to the floor and the hip lifts so the knee extends. Do the same with the other leg. In other words, simply saying it, the hip and the heel comes closer to bend the knee. As they go away from each other, the knee extends. Do the same with both legs now. It might be a bit awkward to begin with. Heels lifts and the pelvis lowers. Knees bend and extend. Heels go down to the floor and the pelvis lifts. Walk a bit. The lesson is over now, however. Let's observe the walking in slow motion. See, the left heel is lifted and the hip is lowered and the knee is bent. As it extends, the heel comes down to the floor and the hip lifted and the knee extends. You may find difficult to observe since it was such a short moment. How do I walk? This really concludes the lesson. Thank you.